Hey everybody, my name is Sal. Been living with HIV since 2010. I contracted it from one of my sexual partners. They knew they had HIV and they didn't tell me. I was 20 at the time. I found out right before my 21st birthday. And being that young, I didn't know what to do. The health education that I had received, really didn't touch on HIV at the time. So I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what to do. I didn't take my meds. I turned to drugs. Eventually, I ended up in the hospital with AIDS-related pneumonia, and the doctors told me I wouldn't leave the hospital. They basically told me I was going to die. I was in the hospital for 3 months, and I recovered. Here I am. But it was a long recovery. I was on oxygen for several years. I had to learn how to walk again. And it was extremely difficult, and nobody should have to go through that. There's always people to turn to, places to go. Not knowing how to deal with the HIV, like I said, I turned to drugs, and I ended up in prison several times. And being in prison, we don't always get the care that we're supposed to. So I became detectable at one point just a few years ago because the prison system was not giving me my medication. You have a right to your medication. It is your right. Make sure you speak to somebody, whether inside the prison system, outside the prison system, which would be better, definitely outside the prison system, and get the care you need. You're entitled to it. It's your right. So now, 12 years later, here I am, slaying HIV, trying to make a difference in my community.